Hi everyone, today I am going to be showing you my completed Momoland collection. I am super excited. This is the third time I'm filming this. First time my camera battery died, the second time the video quality, it's garbage. I might insert a clip of it here just to show you what it looks like, but not the quality that this video deserves, not the quality you deserve for waiting for it as long as you have, or the quality something as awesome as this deserves. So I'm doing it again. Third time is hopefully the charm, and I am just so excited to show you guys my collection. Now, before we start, I did just want to give a little bit of a disclaimer that this is my collection. It doesn't have to be anyone else's collection. I know a lot of times in this space we see a collection and think, oh well, I have to have all those cards, I have to have all of these things, I have to collect all of those. And that is not the case. In fact, there are things in here I quite honestly will be telling you don't try to collect because it's insane. And I really hope that nobody watches this and thinks, well, I have to collect everything that she has in order to have a complete collection or a good collection, because that is not the case. I have personally fallen into that trap, and I didn't want this video to become something that is just not a positive thing. This video is to celebrate and explore and show you guys all of the awesome things that Momoland has done. So without further ado, I just want to get into it and show you. So this cover here is actually a signed poster of Yeonwoo. She is my Momoland bias, so of course I had to get that for the cover. It is signed. It's from their Boom Boom poster. They each had a square. She signed this part and it was cut out and came to me like this, so I kept it in the top loader to keep it nice so it doesn't get all destroyed or anything, but that is my cover. Then this is my binder. So this first page here is just a bunch of freebies that I got from trading, buying, selling. If you've watched my videos, my unboxing hauls, collective hauls, you've probably seen some of these and even know who gave them to me, which everyone who gave me something, thank you. You did not have to, and I am obviously cherishing and keeping them in here. So these are all the freebies. A lot of them are Yeonwoo because a lot of people know my bias is Yeonwoo. She was my profile picture on this channel and on all of my social media for the longest time, up until recently where I changed it to my own face. So now we have some more of those freebies in the back here. Some of them are double-sided, some of them I just double-backed because there's nothing on the back, but there are those. And then some freebie stickers, and I have no idea if this picture is anything or not. I got it, I think, as an extra in something, so I'm assuming it's just a printed out photo, but I kept it in here nonetheless. And then this here is actually some raw photos and a signed sticker of Hibin. Now, I don't collect these, but I ended up having them, so I put them in here, and I just keep them at the front with my miscellaneous just because it's not something I want to collect. Because the Boom Boom raw photos, there's just so many, and they're really expensive, and it's just not something that for me was worth it. I already have so much from that era that I didn't feel like I needed to collect these, even though they are really pretty. I don't like to ever say never. It's possible maybe someday I will go back and revisit that, but as of right now, that is not in my plans. And then over here, just some sort of freebie Lomo versions. You'll see the official versions of these cards. They're further in the binder. But then we have the Momoland, Welcome to Momoland Photocards, and these are just so cute. So this is the original lineup, OT7. We've got our 7 original girls and the group card here, which this group card is really, really, really hard to find. It's genuinely something that is really difficult. and I had to get 2 of them, so I definitely got lucky. But yeah, I really like these cards. I think they're really cute. And then the backs, everybody's got their name on there, so you can tell who is who. And then these cards here. I'm gonna zoom in on those if we can here. There you go. These are the Momoland Wonderful Love photo cards. You're not going to see many complete sets of these. These are super expensive and rare. They are not easy to collect. I straight up, even if you had all of the money in the entire world, like you just won the Powerball, whatever, you may not even be able to find them, and that's the biggest problem with these cards. Honestly, like Nancy and Yanu obviously are going to be the most expensive members because they always are, because photo card collecting is just ridiculous like that. And then Hibin and Jane are actually kind of the 2 hardest to find. I don't know why. These 5 don't seem to be too big of an issue if you're looking for them, but Hibin and Jane, I don't know. Hibin was the last one that I got. Jane just kind of happened to appear, and I was like, yes, please. So, the cards are really pretty. They are full cards, but I would not recommend actually trying to collect them. Maybe if you were just collecting one member, maybe, but realistically, I would recommend to any Momoland collector, just get a Lomo version of these and you'll be fine. They are not worth the things that you will have to do to get them. It's not. I'm glad that I have them because I'm sharing my collection with you and with Merries, and I'm glad that I did it so that you guys don't have to. You can see the full collection, you can see it in the page protector, you can see it completed here, but it is not something that I would recommend for anyone to do. Now, the reason they're expensive and rare, I realized I skipped over that, because this is from their first single, Wonderful Love, which was actually only released on Kino, and it went out of print super quick, so there were not many of these actually printed. So that's why this was so... Ooh, there we go, bring you back here. That's why they're so expensive and rare and just insane to try to find. And I started my collection when Momoland released Show Me, the album with I'm So Hot. So yeah. This card, I got a sealed copy of Wonderful Love, and I pulled this Daisy card. All the rest of these I bought from Nanx Wu, so if you wanted to try to get, like, see if there's, like, a member, or if maybe you had some of these, you're trying to collect them, I would definitely message her. She is the only person that I've seen that, like, consistently sells them, and she actually just... she's amazing. If you're a Momoland collector, you should definitely follow her, because she's got a whole bunch of stuff, and she... if you need something, you can ask her, and she can see if she has it, and just hasn't posted it, or is able to get it. Definitely, this collection would not be complete without her, so definitely need to give credit where credit is due. And then the backs of these are probably my second favorite backs. I'll show you my favorites when we get to those. But, yeah, these are the Wonderful Love postcards. So these actually came in the Kino, these ones with the blue background. These were from, I think, a pop-up shop that they did. So, those are these postcards, which I just think Wonderful Love was such a pretty era. Like, it's definitely one of my favorites, for sure. And then we move into Freeze, which, if you're trying to collect, Welcome to Momoland and Freeze might be a little bit hard. Nowhere near Wonderful Love, but might be hard because I believe those albums went out of print. They might not have, but I stopped seeing them for sale for reasonable prices like a year and a half ago. So I don't know. the cards aren't too bad. Like if you find sellers on like Instagram or something, eBay can be a bit overpriced, but you do what you gotta do. I know. I definitely bought some cards just because I just wanted to be done with it. But these cards, I really like them as a set. I think they look horrible on their own, especially when you're looking at them with other cards. But as a complete set like this, I think they're really cute. Now the selfie cards here. I think these are really cute. I really love the era, like I said. I love the dip dye situation with Nyan, and I liked Tejas in Wonderful Love. Freeze was just really cute. It was them really coming into their own as OT9. And it was the predecessor to Boom Boom. So no, not predecessor. Predecessor is after. I don't know. You guys know what I mean. It was the one before Boom Boom. So I think it was right before the girls blew up. So these are the Boom Boom cards. Like with Freeze, there was 2 versions. This version, the opposite of the Freeze cards here, where they look awful as a set, but individually a lot of them look cute. They're not too bad. This card looks awful on camera. Like, I'm gonna let you guys see. It looks so bad on camera, but it doesn't in real life. That's just something you've got to trust me on. I know it doesn't look good right now. I think it's just the way that the shadows come up on camera. It just doesn't look right. But it's not as bad. I was pleasantly surprised when I actually received that card. But there we go. But as I said, overall, I don't know why half of them are one way, half of them are another way. I don't know why MLD was doing this. I don't know. But some of them on their own look really cute. And then the suit concept selfies. I like these a lot better than these. Still not my favorite, but, you know, again, Boom Boom, the concept was what it was. I like bright, fun, colorful concepts. This was more of a, like, combined concept, so more girl crush. These were another set from a pop-up shop. They came in an envelope, we'll see later. They're from the 2018 Japanese, like, fan club, fan meeting, something. The pictures themselves are from the Japanese Boom Boom. So that's where the actual, like, these scenes are from. And then these were the inclusions in the Japanese Boom Boom album. So these actually came in all the first press copies. So they're actually stickers, but of course I'm keeping them in my binder. I'm not sticking them to things. So, and yes, I do have 2 daisies. For a lot of these I've windowed a lot of these, so just to make it make a little bit more sense, be a little bit more coherent, I used those to keep it from being these empty spaces. So the stickers from Fun to the World, I just popped them in here. Then the photo cards, these are probably my favorite. This is probably my favorite set. I love the concept. It's tied with Freeze as my favorite, and the photo cards just, they look a lot better. I like that none of them are mixed. They're all vertical. There's no random horizontal Nancy in there. I really like this set. And that Yanwu card is definitely one of my favorites. Nyan's is definitely up there too. I really love these cards. So then we have another set from probably another pop-up shop. I believe that's where this is from. Of just the girls performing. And then there is a card up here that I just put in because it goes with this concept. And then back here we have the little cards that were included in the Japanese release of BAM, which is really cool. I think this concept is kind of cute. I'm not sure why they went with it, because it's so not, I don't know, the Japanese concepts are always so different from the original, at least with Momoland. And then they also released these raw photos. So I don't collect raw photos. A lot of them I just ended up having them. So that's why I have so many of these. And mainly why I don't have the Boom Boom ones. It's not that I just didn't get those. It's that I wasn't planning on getting any of these at all. I bought a Japanese Merries entire collection. And because the Mary lived in Japan, there was a lot of these Japanese exclusive goods that they had. So that's why I ended up with a lot of these photos. So the next one here, it's another set from that pop-up store. This is photos from like the BAM Japanese version, and these photos are more from like the concept from when they did their 2019 Merry Season's Greetings. They called it something else, but it was basically a Season's Greetings. So that's what it was. And then here are the envelopes. So this one goes to the fan club one, and then the blue one and the yellow one, the backs of the cards coordinate to those. And then just an extra Yanwu to fill the space because I had one. And then you can see the backs have their names on them. I don't know if you can quite see them from here, but there we go. You can see them now, at least on the yellow one. So there we go. And then these, it was around the same time as the Season Greetings. They were sold in a separate little container, which I keep with my physical stuff because it's not flat like these. It's an actual like little cardboard thing, so it would just get squashed in here, so I kept that out. And then here are the selfies that were actually included in that Season's Greeting. So that's actually where this set comes from. And they're just all really, really cute. Kind of like off-season, because they weren't preparing for a comeback. Obviously, the next comeback after this didn't have Daisy and Taeha in it. So it's kind of cool seeing them all a little bit more relaxed. I see Jui's hair getting a break before it breaks. And then Nancy with the iPhone. And that Yanwu, another one of my favorites. So these are my favorite backs because they all wrote little messages on them, and I just think that's really, really sweet. And then we've got unit cards here, and then the unit cards for those. I put them in this so that way I could orient them all the way that I wanted instead of just doing an 8 pocket where these 3 would be sideways. So that's why I did this the way that I did. And then we were officially back into OT7 territory with Show Me with... So I did keep, and I did this at the beginning too, in the OT7 eras, I did keep spots for Taeha and Daisy. I just would put the group cards there. That's why I had 2 group cards in Welcome to Momoland, and why I have 2 sets of the group cards here, just to keep everything even. So this is the first page, and then just keeps everyone in their spots. When we go to OT6, you can see that doesn't stay because of some of the other extra cards I get. I needed the room, so you'll see when we get there. But these are the cards that came in the albums, which I think are really cute. And then more the raw photos. I windowed Nyan in because she is my OT6 bias and my bias wrecker in OT9. So I did want to like make it so I could see both her and Hyunwoo at the same time. So I put it in this way. Then we have our Maknae line. And then some more raw photos. I actually think these blue ones were inclusions in the Japanese I'm So Hot release, I think. And then I don't know where these came from. And then an unofficial card up here. then the group raw photo there. And here are the KCON photos from, I believe it's 2019 is what they're from. But I also put my 2 Nyan broadcast cards in here just to fill the space. And I think these cards are actually really, really cute. I'm really glad I did end up... Oh, it literally says 2019 right there. I wasn't even looking. But I really like them. Calling them cards is a bit deceiving. It's, once again, it's literally a photo. No, I did not get scammed. Yes, they just look like this. I got them from different sellers. That is what they look like. But I think they're really cute, especially... I mean, I really love Yeonwoo's, obviously. She's my bias, of course. But I like Jui's hair here. Very few photos of her with the hair like that, kind of from the music video. Ain's is really cute. Jane is such an underrated visual. I really love this collection. Then we've got the Japanese version, raw photos here. Then they're a little bit spaced out, a little bit odd. That's because I was trying to keep the age order and keep them rotated the way they were supposed to be. And then this is from, I do believe, Love Is Only You, which was something for, I think, like an OST or a drama that Hibin, Yeonwoo, Nyan, and Jui did. So I just wanted to commemorate it. I got a fan-made set, and I put them in here. And then this card, I just don't know where it came from, didn't have anywhere else to put it, so it's there now. And then a few more cards here. Then we get into Chitty Chitty, where we're officially in OT6 territory. I did buy this set because, again, no official inclusions for Chitty Chitty, so this magazine set had to do. It also came with these 2 cards, which I put over here to kind of keep them together, even though it's sideways. And these 2 cards here I actually liked because Nyan was actually absent from whatever was going on here. I think it was more I'm So Hot promotions. And then it just worked perfectly that putting them in the spots where Taeha and Daisy would go, that Nyan is in the middle, and Yeonwoo actually kind of sneaks in for one last appearance before we're kind of officially in the OT6. So, and then I kept the memo up there just because it filled the space nicely. So, the backs of them, I don't know why they're like that, but whatever. These are the thumbs up cards. I did get both Nyan's broadcast cards. Again, the thumbs up broadcast cards were actually pretty inexpensive at the time. Like, all of thumbs up was really easy to collect. I probably could have gotten all the broadcast cards if I wanted to, but I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole and end up with just trying to do something so heavy. So I stuck with just getting Nyan's because she is my bias, and there were only 2. So much easier than I'm So Hot, where there was like 5 per member, I think. So these are the cards and the group card, and I did it like this obviously because I had cards here, which it kind of makes sense. I mean, I guess I could have put this up here. I don't know. Maybe I'll rearrange that in the future. But the reason I didn't was because back here, I also have my signed cards, and I just kind of wanted it to match. But back here are my signed cards, so I did enter a fan sign event, and long story short, I ended up with signed from every member that was present. Nyan, unfortunately, was sick, so I got a signed card from her off of eBay after the fact, but the rest of these actually have my name, which is so cool. So that was really cool. And then, of course, I have here 2 other broadcast cards. Jane and Ian are my bias wreckers, and these cards were just super pretty. So, like I said, the broadcast cards were much more inexpensive than broadcast cards typically were, so I picked them both up, and this is how we got the new arrangement. Now, Starry Night, these are unofficial cards from like a magazine or something. And then back here behind it, I have some Lomo versions, a little bit of a different color, and some group photo cards. These are from a fan-made set that I got that you'll see more of at the last few pages. And here are the 6 official cards for Starry Night. Definitely a bit difficult to collect, but very, very pretty. Strangely don't really match the concept of like what the teasers were, but still very pretty. Definitely like them, especially Jane's. Jane's just, like I said, underrated visual. And then we get into Ready or Not, where I've got a couple fan-made sets since we did not get any cards at all. We just got postcards, so another kind of like selfie set here. And then the official postcards, which I made a video about how to set this up so that way you can still have the messages in the back. But I thought that was just a really optimal way to store them. So, Chewy, and Nancy's, and then some more of those fan-made cards back here. Quite frankly, it's mostly Jane because most of the cards left in there were Jane, but I did think they were cute, so I just wanted to put them in the back. And then some unit cards, and that is the entire collection. So overall, I am very, very happy with it. Right now, I consider it completed. I don't currently have anything in mind for Momoland as far as collecting, but of course, like I said, never say never. Who knows, you know, what the future has in store. But right now, I would say this is a completed collection, and I am very proud of it. I'm very, very happy that I was able to share it with you, and I hope that all of you enjoy it. If you like the video, definitely give it a like, and if you like this type of content, definitely subscribe because I've got a whole bunch more coming, and I'm just excited to share it with you. I will see all of you in the next video. Bye, guys.